anything that's going to make Andy dance down the street is worth further investigation. Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. We are out and about on a Sunday. We're out on a walk. We're actually going somewhere that we're walking to from our house, which is very, very rare, but it is Deepings Raft Race this weekend. This is a thing that has been going on every year, every August since I was a kid, but I've not actually been to it for at least 6 or 7 years. And basically, the way I understand it from the website, because I usually avoid it like the plague, because it's so busy and just not really my kind of thing, but from the way it was described on the internet, is they've shut down loads of the streets in the middle of the town, and there's a fair there in addition to the whole raft race thing. So we know somebody who quite likes a fair, so we're...
And he missed out.
Yeah, he missed out on the fair the other week when it was the beer festival. So to make up for that, we're now heading to these streets that are closed and supposedly have a fair on them to hopefully get him a couple of rides on something. I can't imagine it's a very big fair, because when I drove through yesterday on the way back from the football, the roads were still open and there was no fair there. So it's something they would have had to have thrown up overnight. So when they say fair, they probably mean 2 or 3 rides, but fingers crossed there'll be 2 or 3 rides that he likes. That hasn't been Amy's school for ages.
In female?
No, she's too old to go there now. That's where both Lucy and Amy used to go to school. Walking in the middle of the road! It's oh so exciting. I don't think I've ever walked in the middle of this road before. There you go, there's a ride. I'd like to point out how well trained we've got Andy, because despite the fact that we can walk on the road, he's insisting on walking down the pavement. That's some good training. We live in a town that has 13 pubs. 13. We still need a bar and a bus though. We were starting to get a little bit worried that we walked all the way up this high street and not seen any of the fair rides that we'd been promised, but we have just spotted them on the horizon, and suddenly Andy's mood has changed. There's quite the queue for the cash machine, which Andy's keen to wait very patiently in because he does like a cash machine. I think that's the only one in the centre of town these days because all the banks have gone. We probably should have brought some cash with us. Andy, you going on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that one.
How have you managed to do this, Andy? Watch it. One head on there. This is an exercise in determination and not taking no for an answer. He's even had to sit sideways because he doesn't fit. But he was getting on the top tier of that bus. I love the fact that this ride is being hand cranked by the man running it. Electricity is for losers. I'm impressed. No fear at all there. Was that good, Andy? Andy, was that good?
Yeah. You can see what's on it and then you can go one more ride.
Then go home.
He usually goes on stuff like this with Lucy or Amy, but they're not with us today. We may never see him again. That might be where he lives now.
I'm really anxious.
Why?
I don't like being on the road.
Worst happens, you have to go and fetch him. I would love to see Anna in this bit, for example. I think it would just be very, very entertaining to see Anna in the whole woo-woo thing. Hold on, he stayed on his feet. We'll have no laughing.
Good boy.
Is it good?
Let's go home.
Good boy. Do you want to go on the teapots?
Yeah, that's...
There you go, he's getting into the swing of this now. Teacups next, which I'm quite tempted to go on with him.
Red pot. Okay, bye-bye.
He was very particular that he wanted to go on the red one, so he went all the way to the back. So for those of you who've ever wondered what Andy's favourite colour is, we never knew. I guess it's red.
Take care, guys. Thank you. There we go. That was good, wasn't it?
Well, he agreed to 2 rides before we left home. He's now been on 3. That is the definition of Andy getting into the spirit of things. He's having a really good time. This is awesome.
What's up? Suck it. Alright. No, okay.
How's your not having too much sugar thing going?
Yeah, Sunday. Sunday is my good day. It's my good for me day.
Okay. I can't stand that slush stuff, but Anna loves it.
For his 2 rides.
Huh?
So much for his 2 rides.
Exactly.
No, we'll see what else is there, okay?
Ride number 4. He's been on almost everything here now. Four rides now.
Thank you. Come on then, Ruby. Watch your clothes. Be careful. For the mic.
Well, that's the end of the rides element of this, because when we walked down here before there were no rides. So the plan now is to walk back down here and find some delicious street food for Kev to eat. Not slush. Any music that's going to make Andy dance down the street is worth further investigation.
Good boy.
Okay. Well, you obviously like it.
He danced all the way here, had a look. That's all he needed, one look. And now he's dancing away again. We've found Andy's music genre. This must be the right place to eat because it's got the biggest queue. That's always the correct way to decide where the best place to eat is. And that's coming from a fat guy, so you know it's the truth. Hog roast strikes again, proving, if there ever was any doubt, that the pig is the most delicious of animals. In other news, Andy has now absolutely had enough, haven't you?
We're going back home.
We are going back home. It's not the end of the vlog yet. But yeah, we're heading back home for a few hours. We're off to my dad's for dinner later. We've got to pick up the girls on the way. But yeah, we are heading back to my dad's for tea, but he needs a good couple of hours to decompress after this because, as you can see, there are a lot of people around, a lot of noise, and I think he's ready to just go and lie on his bed with his iPad and block out the rest of the world for the afternoon before we have to head out again. Speaking of the girls, they are supposed to be here somewhere, but we've not run into them yet. We'll see them later. I know we started this video talking about it being the raft race and we haven't actually shown you any rafts or racing yet, but the crowd to get over by the river to actually see that stuff going on. There's a lot of people there. We just asked Andy. He is not even a little bit interested. We are very much in going home mode now. Someone asked in the comments yesterday why we make Anna walk behind us.
Don't make me.
Yeah, it's not that we make Anna walk behind us, it's that he walks very quickly, and no matter how many times we tell him to slow down, he just charges off again. So I just walk with him, but Anna, because she's only 4'2", can't keep up with us. So we'd stop and wait for her every now and again, but as you can see, just by slowing down and talking to you, Andy's already pulled off ahead.
Stop.
Our house is... Yeah, our house is only just over there, but he was starting to pant and just said, sit down for a minute. So I think because he walks so fast, he's tired himself out and has now had to have a 15-second rest. And now we're off again. Come on, we're nearly home now.
Yep. I've missed his cheeks. He's got some slight sun on his cheeks.
Later.
Well, after many hours of naps and recovering from the heat.
Get naps for you.
How many naps?
I had a snooze. Well, I had like 2 naps.
He says, I'm going upstairs just to cool down with the other fan. I went, alright. And then I had to shout him about 40 minutes later going, Kevin, that kitchen might get done. And he didn't answer me. And then I shouted at him. And then he went, yeah. And what? How did you wake up, Kevin?
I had my iPad on my chin.
Why was that, Kevin?
Because I was reading.
And then what happened, Kevin?
I snoozed.
How? That is so heavy.
So we've had some recuperation from the hot weather and we've now made it to Grandad's house where we're having a barbecue. So we're all sat here, he's eating his crisps, we're enjoying having a ceiling fan. I think we might move in here just so we have access to the ceiling fan at all times, and we're planning our attack on Summer in the City next weekend and it's going to be awesome.
Amy,
16 feet for Eagle. Sends
you're
it on
booking me
its
out.
way towards the hole.
delete that.
They've been chasing Andy over the house trying to get a selfie with him. You need to send me the selfie so I can show everybody what you took.
Hang on, we'll keep more.
Okay.
Go on.
He really doesn't want to be in this selfie though, he's got to go now. They're going from room to room trying to set up with him and he just walks off. He is not interested, he just wants to do his own thing.
The best bit.
I'll do a selfie with you.
Totally clean.
Oh, it sat on me.
No drop shot. And that was so close.
This is recreating that thing we did in London, on the London Eye. We have a clip of us doing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Save that,
now.
Luce.
Well, yeah, because there was not many pictures. There's very little video from recent of you two.
You just throw my phone on the floor.
There you go, send me the picture.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you know what Rapunzel is.
Hang on.
Rapunzel didn't have short hair with flowers in.
She didn't have flowers. She had those flowers in.
I'm streaming in a few hours. Are these staying in?
Yeah.
You should leave them in.
Wow.
I look so
Annika,
pretty.
Look how pretty he is.
Oh my lord. It's like a filter, Snapchat filter.
Oh,
Did
but let me
Banksy
take a
leave them
picture
more?
of it.
You're going to look alright, Charlie, when you come round the neighbours with the fence. I think.
Dad, smile.
We're going to do fence repairs shortly, so I might keep the flowers in when we do that.
Just do touch-ups.
Brace yourself, everybody. Barbecue food. Some kind of rabbit food. Barbecue food. Can you stop putting flowers in my hair? They're going to fall in my dinner. I don't know where these flowers have come from.
A tree.
Barbecue complete, we're about to leave. We're just trying to work out if there's any way to take the fan with us. No problem is to try and get it off the ceiling, we have to turn it off. And we don't want to, because it's the only time we've been cool for ages. Oh, after a quick detour, not detour, distraction, helping my dad fix a fence. I am home finally, a little bit later than normal, so I've abandoned plans for my Twitch stream. I'm just going to do my You Now Q&A that I normally do. Well, I remember none of the streaming is on schedule in August. We're schedule free, I stream when I can. But we did stream, or I am about to stream on You Now. So that means in the description to today's video there will be a secret link so you can watch the replay of the You Now stream here on YouTube. But I need to say goodbye to you lot because my computer is just about turned on and I need to get on there. So if you have enjoyed today's vlog, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.